This episode contains mature themes. AI technology is used to enhance the listening experience. Listener discretion is advised. It always starts the same way. A knock on the door. Two children standing outside. Pale skin, old-fashioned clothes, heads bowed. And when they look up, their eyes are nothing but black. No white, no color, just endless, empty, dark. Witnesses say they ask to come inside, sometimes to use the phone, sometimes to wait for their parents. Their voices are calm, polite, too calm. But something in you knows, deep down, that if you let them in, you won't come back out. Welcome to a special Halloween episode of 3 Theories. This is the story of the black-eyed children. The first known account came in 1996. A Texas journalist named Brian Bethel pulled into a parking lot late one night to pay an internet bill. As he sat under the flickering glow of a street lamp, writing a check, there was a knock at his window. 2 boys stood there, one around 12, the other maybe 9. They wore hooded sweatshirts pulled low over their faces. Bethel rolled the window down just an inch. The older boy smiled politely and said, "Hey, mister, we forgot our money. Can you give us a ride home so we can get it?" Something about their tone chilled him. It was too smooth, too rehearsed. He glanced at the movie marquee nearby. It was showing Mortal Kombat. The boy smiled wider. "It won't take long," he said. "We're just kids." But Bethel's stomach twisted. He didn't remember unlocking the door, yet somehow his hand was on the latch. The older boy noticed and leaned closer. "We can't come in unless you tell us it's okay," he whispered. That's when Bethel saw their eyes. No pupils, no whites, just solid, liquid black. He slammed the car into reverse and sped away, shaking so hard he nearly crashed. When he looked back, the boys were gone. Stories began pouring in after that. Parents, travelers, truckers, people home alone. In Vermont, a woman reported a similar knock just after midnight. 2 children, a boy and girl this time, stood barefoot in the snow. "Please," the girl said softly, "we need to come in." The woman hesitated, but something deep inside her screamed, "No." Still, she cracked the door just an inch. The children looked up. Their eyes were empty pools. She slammed the door and ran for her phone. When police arrived, there were no footprints in the snow. In Oregon, a man camping alone in the Cascades woke to tapping on his window. 2 figures stood outside the camper, motionless, heads tilted slightly. He said they were whispering, though he couldn't make out words. Their faces were pale, and their eyes blacker than the forest behind them. When he turned on the lights, they vanished. No one knows what happens if you say yes. Some claim they're ghosts, souls of children who died violently, still seeking help. Others say they're hybrids, half human, half something else. People talk about the sudden smell of ozone, flickering lights, and nosebleeds when they appear. Electronics die, animals hide, and always, always, they ask for permission. One story out of Oklahoma tells of a couple who did let them in. The children sat silently on the couch, their skin pale and cold. The woman said she suddenly felt dizzy, weak. Her husband's nose started bleeding. When she turned back, the children were gone. A week later, both were diagnosed with rare, aggressive cancers. Coincidence? Maybe. But those who've seen them say it's better not to test it. The strangest detail? The black-eyed children seem to adapt with time. The earliest reports describe them in outdated clothes, wool coats, knee socks, plain shoes. But more recent encounters? Hoodies, backpacks, Bluetooth headphones. It's as if they're keeping up with us, learning how to blend in. A delivery driver in Nevada said one knocked on his truck door at a rest stop, asking for a ride to town. When he refused, the boy smiled and said, "That's all right. Someone else will." Hours later, another driver swore he saw the same boy, miles down the road, walking beside a semi, staring straight into the driver's cab, smiling. No one can prove what they are. No one can even prove they exist. But the pattern repeats, over and over. They appear when you're alone. They ask for help. And they don't come in unless you say yes. So if you ever hear a knock at night, and two children are standing there, heads bowed, faces pale, voices calm, remember this. You'll feel the instinct to help them. You'll want to believe they're lost. But when they look up, when you see what's behind those eyes, your body will already know the truth. They're not asking for shelter. They're asking for permission. And once you give it, they never leave. Thank you for joining us on this bonus Halloween episode of 3 Theories. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Your support helps us keep exploring the mysteries that keep you up at night. And if you want to join the conversation or share your own encounter, follow us on social media at 3 Theories Podcast. Thanks for listening. And remember, if you ever hear a knock at your door after dark, maybe don't answer it.